Now that is quite different. So today I'm going to show you a very different driver in the Cleveland. This is the HiBore XL, featuring AI like everything else is. It's longer, it's straighter, it's definitely straighter, and it's certainly a unique shape. Let's talk about why it's this shape, who it might help, how much it costs, and how good actually is this driver. If you enjoyed the review, I've got reviews posting all year on equipment. Make sure you give me a subscribe and hit the like button. Oh, this is going. Oh. So the looks is where we've got to start. It's got this very triangular shape. Now the reason it's triangular, Cleveland are telling us, is they used AI to ask to create the longest, straightest driver they could while keeping that kind of friendly attitude that often the Cleveland has in their equipment. That much more kind of pick it up, get it fit, but it's more almost off the shelf, ready to go forgiveness, and it comes out with that shape, which is pretty triangular in shape. So we get loads more back here. And I think that's the standout thing when you pick it up. But for me, when I put it down by the ball here, what I see is a driver that kind of wants to face up to the target nicely. Like, looks like I can aim that and sit that. I like the triangular shape actually pointing kind of in the direction I want the ball to go. But I get it, it's definitely not going to be for everyone in that shape. And Cleveland have designed this wanting a larger face. You know, if you're someone who's trying, like if I'm going to try and hit one here hard, there's a good chance I might use different parts of the face. And what's happening is this shape is allowing them to have the weight where they want it in the club, to deliver you the most friendly club they can, while at the same time providing that little bit more face for those little awkward strikes that we all kind of hit. We're getting Mainframe XL on this as well, so variable face forgiveness and thickness for forgiveness is what they're saying, which is all there. Again, everything about this club is trying to maximize how forgiven it is for you, including the price, which we will come to. Now we're also seeing a little bit of a wing on the inside here, which in gaming position, when you look down, you don't really notice it as much. When you pick it up, you definitely see that there's these two fins, wings here, which they're calling active wing. I do like a good, almost superhero name on a club. Active wing, activate, active wing. And what that is doing is giving more stability as the head comes into the ball, as the air's moving across that top of the club. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, there's got active wing. I don't think any of you are buying it for that. It's the forgiveness and the price, which I think this is where it would tip you to put this into your bag. We've got changeable neck on this one for dialing in loft, so it is going to deliver good fitting options now as well, which is fantastic. And we also get the counterbalancing at the top end. And we've got two heads, all featuring very similar technology, but we've got the XL Max and then we've got the HiBore XL Lite, delivering some lighter options for the people with the lesser swing speeds who want to try and improve that with a lighter option. This is a good option for more golfers than choose this club. More go in for the standard. So many of you could do better off with having lighter versions of the drivers that are in your bag. And improved sound, and I would say the sound is solid. Like, it's nowhere near as loud as these have been in the past. I would say it sits much more in where all drivers sit, as a medium to slightly louder driver, which it should be for this kind of makeup. Looks, I think, are unique, and I think it's going to be a bit Marmite. If you like it, you're going to like it and dial in the shaping. If you don't, you're just not going to like this bit there. But it's all there for practicality reasons. Now, we've got some numbers coming on this club, which at the moment are looking pretty impressive. Let's talk about the price of this one. So I think it's an interesting conversation when it comes to price, because it comes in cheaper than most of the main manufacturers with their drivers. So at this price in your region, you're going to see it maybe compared to some others, meaning there must be some compromise somewhere in maybe the numbers, which we're going to show you in a second. But when it comes for design on this club, it's got all the active wings you could ever want. Like, it's competing for what they're throwing on this club. You've got to remember, this club is cheaper than the Strixon, same kind of company, different brand within a company. Zexio, more expensive. So it's not as if they're the answer to everything. They have expensive versions as well, which I'd be shocked if they perform any better than this as well. So this isn't a go at those other manufacturers. But when it comes to price, the fact that we're calling this now a cheaper one is maybe the bigger question. What do you think in the comments? Aren't clubs just too expensive nowadays? So the numbers on this club were super interesting. I was averaging 166 ball, which for me is my top end on average. I touched a 170 ball speed, which I'm doing loads more with all drivers at the moment, and this one did that. The spin model is around 2,500. It was kind of between 2.4 and 2.6. Meaning if you're someone who needs it spinning nearer down 2000, there isn't really that model here. You could obviously get it custom fit, see if you get that out of it. But I don't think that's what, this driver isn't aimed at those people. This driver is aimed at people who want something that's really easy to hit, which this felt. They're not afraid for it to look slightly different. They just want that forgiveness, which this felt it was delivering. And they want a fast ball speed, easy to launch, friendly driver, which exactly the numbers I got out of this club. I guess my question is, are these the most underrated drivers out there for the price? What do you think? In the comments, let me know. If you like the review, hit that subscribe button. If you want to find out how to hit your driver straighter, watch this video. I made it and it's helping people hit the driver way straighter.